Hello, this is Kevin Wellsfree, the manager of the Resource Center, and appreciate the time today to be able to share with you just about the latest with ordering and just our partnership to make things happen this year. So our ordering numbers have increased this year, and as families take advantage of pre-ordering and then more partner vendors that we have on board. So over 11% increase so far this year. So with that increase in orders, we need your help, and your partnership is real key in making everything flow. And big part of that is partner vendors and promoting them as the fast track way of ordering. And many of them, of course, have free shipping. The other thing is the new ordering guide that we put together for new families is a great tool to share with all families, as it covers dates, details, FAQs, etc. And then also sharing out with families the credit return deadline for MBS and Textbook X of September 23rd. So with those partner vendors, a few of the key highlights on that. MBS is a great source for supported curriculum, as well as Textbook X. Since Textbook X is no longer sole source, families have the option to buy where they want. Textbook X is still the source to order pacing guides and introductory work packets, so you want to do that right away if your families need those. Staples offers many other educational items more than just supplies, and Lakeshore Learning is no longer a will call vendor, but they offer free shipping on all orders and a 5% discount. With Amazon, of course, they're the biggest vendor of all. We had some vendor rejection issues that have now been resolved, so things are flowing much smoother there. And it's key to review the how to order doc with families, as there's a number of details in there. A few of the highlights are the shipping charges. Families want to review their cart before they place an order to avoid unnecessary shipping charges. And the cart will tell them if they qualify or not, and if they don't, they can add items to get that free shipping. Also, there's an item called add-ons. These are small dollar items that can be added on checkout. If an order goes below $25, in other words, if you reject some items and it goes below the $25, those add-ons will automatically disappear and no longer be an option for families. So you want to make sure families know that. Also, when creating Amazon accounts, make sure parents use each student's name when creating accounts, so when they go back to place orders, it's aligned to that student's account. On the new laptop orders, so we have new HP laptops, which are great for families. And the new process this year is that families can place the orders just like any regular order, and then it would go to your approval queue, and the admins no longer need to be involved like in the past. Also, if families have a previous Dell computer, either desktop, laptop, that they're returning, if they return it by the first week of school, then we're going to reverse their retention fee, so they won't have a double charge for computers in this new year. And on vouchers, we started processing those last week. Of course, those can't start till the first day of school as far as services. And the key thing you want to review with families is the diagram that is a flow chart of the process of how a voucher is created, processed, and utilized. So make sure you review that with your families. Also, please add a note in the note box if the family is ordering zero curriculum, just to added assurance for the Resource Center as they're processing the vouchers. Some other reminders for families that are key to share with them. I have 4 top things. So the number one is emails. Make sure they check their emails regularly. Oftentimes the Resource Center is sending them questions about orders, and they can't process the orders till they get a response. So please remind them to do that. Also, the note box. It's a huge help when we process orders to have notes that, especially in unique orders, that will help us process versus having an email back and forth on issues. Also, addresses. Make sure the families are verifying their address, and it's the one they actually want it shipped to, not their standard address, but an actual mailing address. And also login information. When they order digital subscriptions, please have them add either in the note box or the description field their login info from a previous account they had with that vendor, or from a free trial they set up over the summer with that vendor. Some reminders for you as CTs, also the note box. When you're approving an order, if something is unique, you think it might be questioned, please add a note so it streamlines the processing of orders on our end and gets things to families sooner. Also, when selecting an address for an order, if you're placing an order for the family, verify you're selecting their mailing address versus their residence address if they have both of the types listed. And on approvals, please check previous orders. We had some situations where families had 2 Rosetta Stone issue orders entered. So if you check a previous order, that would help us avoid that challenge of returning those items. As far as the RC, the roles have been split off last year, and I want to make sure we're clear on the different teams there and how they support you and our families. The first team is the instructional staff. So that's Devona and Kate. They provide curriculum advice for families, as well as being a resource to answer questions on orders that are pending, approved, or reviewed, so basically prior to processing. The Resource Center business staff is Veronica, Michelle, Cynthia, and Brandon, and their role is to process the orders. So if you have questions on orders that have been processed or vouchers, they are the ones to handle that. They also process returns and do transfers. And for questions for the whole Resource Center, please always use the help form and advise families to use the help form to submit those questions so they can be routed to the correct person, and so we can have a history of the type of questions coming in, which will help us in our future training. Thanks for watching this video, and I appreciate your time and wanted to let you know there's a Google form attached to this that you'll want to review, and there's some questions in there for you to answer just to make sure you've caught the main topics of the video. And also there's a box at the bottom to add any other questions, comments you have. And we look forward to a great year, and once again just really appreciate your partnership in helping us serve families.